over. You're done. You're either a retiree or a guy who failed every drug test everywhere else. Yeah, sorry I didn't go into the Joe Malone for, my delicious, incredibly expensive clones as Darth Vader. That's what they were really worried about. Can't shop your... Not.
But the problem is they're just making it worse. If they
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law. It's a wonderful, beautiful Monday. I know some people call me a liar when I go, it's a wonderful Monday. I actually like Mondays, so it's all good. Hey, what up? Oh, dude. Jake, man. That weekend was incredible. It was just ridiculous. For some people, it was the most tiring weekend. And honestly, because I worked so early on Friday and Saturday, I'm not talking, I shouldn't be talking shit. Because for sure, Andy was staying up super fucking late watching this shit. And what up, Andy? Oh, hey, there's Andy. For sure, he was staying up super late watching, all this, MMA and all that. But, yeah, it was, it's a fun-ass weekend, man. Dude, Mike, this whole weekend was insane. Of course, we'll talk about Saturday in a second. Kicking it off with Thursday night, seeing Rose dominate the way she did against Paige and, derailing that hype train. And Sage Northcutt getting past the guy I thought for sure was going to upset him. And getting that win, keeping his hype train going. And then, Friday night, Tony Ferguson, man. I don't know how anyone could say that guy's name without thinking, hey, contender fight at some point pretty soon. At least for a title shot, right? Or maybe a number one contender fight, something like that, And then Frankie Edgar, dude. Frankie Edgar with the, knockout power. A guy that's known for his heart and his output and his pressure, lands two shots on the chin of a guy who's known as really, really hard to knock out. And even, one of the most athletic, most powerful guys in the division. And Frankie Edgar knocks him out. That's big, you know what I mean? And then, of course, Saturday night, look, Kirby was all in on McGregor, right? I wasn't. I have a lot of respect for Aldo. What up, man? Disappointing morning. What, the Spurs lose? Fucking Daniel's on here already. Kirby was all in on McGregor. I was all in on Aldo. I wasn't shitting on McGregor, and I didn't think, I wasn't saying that he had no chance. I just thought for sure Aldo was going to be smart, use his leg kicks, and make the fight, a little longer or a lot longer than McGregor wanted. Hell no, hated to see Aldo. Oh yeah, and he lost in fantasy. Yeah, I sucked to see Aldo lose. It was shocking though, the way he lost. I knew McGregor would KO him, but not that fast. Yeah, Jay, you know what, man? I didn't think it would be that way. I thought for sure it'd be a long, drag-out battle. And I thought for sure McGregor could win. Do they make Edgar versus McGregor now? It depends. We'll talk about that in a second. But I thought McGregor could beat Aldo. I did not think it was going to happen like that. That shocked the shit out of me. Aldo also called Rockhold. Yeah, Rockhold was a shit. Dude, Rockhold, I mean, you know what? Seeing Rockhold win almost brought a tear to my eye. Almost. To see DC and Kane come in there and hug him and see the entire team actually be happy for their guy. I always love to see that, man. Kane's got his title fight coming up, whatever, and all that, and he could be bitter, but no, it was awesome to see his teammates come in there and hug him like that. Rockhold was tired. With the infection still up that ass. Yeah, exactly, the infection. And I can tell you right now, I'm on meds, and I'm tired every fucking day, and I'm tired as hell. So I can only imagine what the fuck was going on with that guy. I called it as well. Gonna have 3 champs in the gym soon. Once King comes back, we'll see. Let's hope he doesn't get injured, and let's hope he learns some jiu-jitsu while he was, inactive, or now, I guess. Hopefully he's learned some jiu-jitsu and everything. But, no, super happy for Rockhold. I'll be honest, I never liked Weidman very much, but I respected him as a champion, obviously, for what he did against Anderson and all that. But I said in the pre-fight show, that he beat a bunch of old Brazilians. So, that we really didn't know what he had, and now we just found out what he has. Even if Aldo fights McGregor again, he won't get out of the first round, truly believe. It says Jay. And Daniel asked, do you think McGregor is going to dodge Edgar? No, I think he's going to dodge him. Rockhold will be champ for some time. I think Rockhold will be too, especially once we see him healthy and fighting and defending his title and healthy. That'd be amazing. As far as Aldo and McGregor, here's the thing. McGregor's been talking about moving up. Dana White says McGregor's moving up. McGregor's saying he's not gonna vacate the 145 title when he moves up to fight for the title at 155. I don't believe that they're gonna let him do that. I'm pretty sure the UFC is gonna be like, look, man, you're either up or down. You pick. And McGregor, I'm sure, is tired of that cut to 145. His coach is very concerned about that cut to 145. So I think we've seen the last. My personal opinion, we've seen the last of McGregor at 145. I think he goes to 155, fights the winner of RDA Cerrone, which, by the way, is a killer fucking fight next weekend. This weekend coming up, actually. So don't sleep on that one. Potato Goblin versus Edgar and Devin will be next. I hope so. That's the other choice, right? That's the other choice. If McGregor stays at 145, Edgar won't beat McGregor as much as I like Edgar. That Mendes knockout, I believe, is because his chin is suspect now. It's possible. I don't think, I just want to see the fight. I think Edgar's much smarter. You know what's weird? I don't know if you guys saw it. Look it up on, if I can find it on YouTube again, I'll post it and I'll tag all you guys. But there's a video. Okay, when there's production, and I know the behind the scenes of this shit because I used to do radio. And when you do radio, in between commercials, the guys still talk to you, right? I used to do what's called board op. And so I was in the studio while the guys were in the field calling basketball games and calling football games, right, for Arizona State. And so I would be in the studio and they would be talking during the fight, right, or during the commercials. You can hear everything they're saying. Someone got a hold of audio of Joe Rogan describing what he thought of Jose Aldo while Bruce Buffer was introducing him. And he goes, and Joe Rogan said, does he look a little soft? And the guys were saying, oh, you mean like he's not like hyped up? And he's like, no, like physically soft around the midsection. And immediately it's like you start thinking, oh shit, did Aldo get affected by USADA? Who knows? But and then he says, yeah, he looks nervous as fuck. Like, I'm gonna try to find his audio because it's him. You can tell it's him. And I don't know how they got this audio, how it got leaked out or whatever. But Joe Rogan knows. He knows what he's looking at. He's been calling. He's called over a couple thousand fights probably at this point, at least over 1,500 fights, and so he knows what he's saying, right? Aldo was staring at the ground canvas, scared for the get go. Yeah, from the get. Yeah, I guess. He called a spade. Yeah, and you know what? I was concerned as soon as I saw Aldo get in the cage and just look down. Because usually when Aldo gets in the cage, you can see the confidence, you can see the focus, right? Even if he's looking down and everything. But that look down was kind of a oh shit look. No, I know he does. Yeah, and Andy's right. He always looks down at the canvas for his fights. But for some reason, it gave me an uneasy feeling, and I'm like, oh fuck. I didn't think the moment was too big for him or anything, but I don't know. I think he was nervous. If McGregor moves up, they should have Edgar Holloway for the vacant title. Agree. Aldo was beat when he walked in the cage. I'm a big believer in you lost the fight before you got in there. But look, the very first exchange, Aldo threw the right hand. No, he threw the left. Well, no. Oh, he threw the right kind of as a jab, and then he threw the left that connected on McGregor. But that was after McGregor connected with his own left and put him to sleep. He hit McGregor while he was out. You know what I mean? And what pissed me the fuck off is immediately, literally seconds after the knockout, while I was still like, oh shit. Immediately people were like, oh, it's a fucking fix. I think it was just one of those things that he got caught and it sucks. And that wasn't a dead punch either. No, McGregor got fucked. He didn't get rocked or anything. He didn't get hurt, obviously, or knocked out. But that shit hit him hard. And maybe just a little above target. I'm pretty sure that Aldo was aiming for the chin. But you know what? Not taking anything away from McGregor. The dude was actually humble after the fight. John McCarthy, someone tweeted John McCarthy and asked him what he heard. I want to see what RDA looks like next week. I've had suspicion on that guy for some time. That guy's on some stuff, maybe. Very rare to see that. Yeah, when McGregor, after the fight, McGregor was obviously when they were raising his hand and all that shit. Someone asked John McCarthy on Twitter what Conor said to Aldo, and he said that Conor told Jose that he's a great champ and they should do it again, rematch or whatever. By the way, the rematch would be huge money, I think. But I really don't hope. I hope they don't do it. I want to see, just like Andy said, I want to see Edgar, Conor, and in Dublin. So that I got a little bit of respect for McGregor on that one for the fact that he was selling the fight and all that with all the shit talk, but it was good to see humbleness. Spud Butler is always humble after fights. That's what's so annoying. Yeah, I mean, Chael did the same thing, but McGregor actually wins. I want to see Edgar as well. He deserves it. Yeah, me too. I want to see that. What's up with Edgar and that flag and Aziz? I don't know. I have no idea. That was an afterthought for me, but I didn't really pay attention to it until people started talking about it on Twitter, and then I looked that up, and I was like, that's weird. Yeah, that was weird. The flag thing was weird. I'm pretty sure he got a little bit of booze for it. Ali was all over the place for a guy with the story that just came out about the CIA and FBI. He said that if some of these facts come out, his sister and his mom in Egypt are in trouble and all this stuff. For a guy that has all that going on, instead of fading to the background a little bit in the shadows, he went all out. He was on TV everywhere. He's with Frankie at his in the cage at his fight. He almost hugged Frankie like Ali has something to do with it. And then he was sitting next to Kane too. I don't know. Does he work with that? How do you let Ali in the ring? I don't know, man. They know more than we do, obviously. So I mean, I want to know. I wonder what it's about, but I don't know, man. That whole thing, you know what? I'll tell you what I think about that whole thing with Mike Russell. Mike Russell's the journalist, whatever, that wrote that story on Ali. And I think he's still writing some of it. I haven't caught up on it yet. Kane has new management, but I doubt it's that guy. Yeah, I don't know if it's that guy. But actually, I'm gonna look that up now that I'm curious about Kane and Ali. Hopefully not, but that's not the attention you want. But that Mike Russell guy, man, it went from being writing a story that was just about journalism, just about telling the story, to he's kind of like don't fuck with me or I'll write about you type of shit. It's really weird. Too many high-profile people are behind Ali. Something doesn't add up. Exactly. It's really, really weird. It's, you know what? And I don't think we'll ever get the full story unless some crazy shit goes down, all right? Unless some crazy stuff goes down, we're never going to get the full story. So it's kind of one of those things that you kind of got to let go. I'm just looking at the heavyweight division, especially after the Gonzaga fight. God, that was awful. I wonder what's the deal, because I heard he wasn't the only fighter who left Zinkin Entertainment. You know what? Usually when fighters leave en masse, something's up, and manage. Honestly, having to try and get interviews for podcasts before, managers are assholes. Henzo loves that guy. Makes the whole story. It makes you question the whole story. Yeah, Henzo loves that guy a lot. But that's Henzo's boy. So I don't know. Henzo's a very loyal guy. You got to hand it to Henzo. Henzo, whether it's fucking hell or high water. Hell and high water, that guy's got your back. It's crazy. There was a few guys from AKA that left Zinkin. Yeah, something must have done something. Something must have done something. Managers are creepy bastards. A lot of them are. I've had to deal with a few just to try and get interviews, and they'll big time you, which basically saying, oh, you're not big enough. If you're not Helwani, or you're not ESPN or whatever, they don't want to talk to you. And so, or they won't let their fighter talk to you like a fucking, like they're the ones that are going to use up their time doing it. And so managers can be some creepy bastards. Someone asked me to be a manager. They're like, you should manage fighters, man. I'm like, dude, no. I don't want to be called a manager. I don't want to be on that shit. They get greedy without fighters' permission. Yep. There's been plenty of times where managers, agents, all that shit have taken freedoms with fighters' money, fighters' rights, fighters' everything, contracts. Hell, Ali's in it right now. Ali's in deep shit for managing and being a matchmaker for the same goddamn promotion. So, so yeah, it's one of those things, man. I wouldn't want to be a manager, honestly. Like if I were to manage a fighter, it has to be someone that's a friend of mine, and even then, I wouldn't want any kind of compensation for it. Because when it comes to friendship, man, I don't get money involved. Like I've had friends ask me for ask to borrow money, and hang on a second, fuckers are texting me. All right, I've had friends ask to borrow money. I'll just give it to them, man. Mind you, it hasn't been like $1,000 or anything crazy, but most of the time I'll be like, yeah, you could borrow, and then I just kind of let it go, because I don't want money fucking up my friendships. At least not the guy, not with friends that I really hold dearly. JDS destroys Overeem. I think so too. A lot of who was picking? I think Jesse was picking Overeem over JDS. No, who was picking Overeem? I forgot who. No, I think it was Nick. Nick was picking Overeem over JDS. And I was like, no, not happening. Loans destroy friendship. Loans, anything cash related, anything value related can destroy friendship. Don't do it, fellas. Can't stand overing, says Jay. Eager to see how his fighting has changed since moving to ATT. You know what? I think JDS is going to be a lot less reckless since he moved to ATT. I think, you know what, when I see overing, I think freak show. So I'm just like, hey, fuck it, let's just see what happens. But I think JDS should be able to knock him out. I'm excited as fuck for that fight. I'm excited for RDA JDS. RDA JDS. RDA Cerrone. It's going to be crazy. Overroids will win. Yeah, maybe, man. JDS is taking a bunch of punishment. And that dude needs to. That's one guy I'm like, please be done as soon as possible. If you want to do a couple more fights, fine, but please be done as soon as possible. I can barely speak right anymore. Both first fights since moving to new camps. Has Overeem fought since moving to Jackson Winklejohn? I want to say he has, but I don't remember who. If RDA was on roids, we'll find out this weekend. Maybe, yeah. It's I don't know if RDA is on roids, man. I'd like to think he's not, but what do they call it? The eye test. The eye test. He's failing miserably. So I hope he's not on the gear. I really hope that. But if he is, I think Cerrone's gonna. I think Cerrone will expose something like that. Overeem has fought under Jack Winston once before. Looked good. Okay, there you go. I'm picking Cerrone. Won't be surprised if RDA beats him, but I don't think RDA could. I don't think RDA is gonna let that fight stay standing. I think RDA will try to get jiu-jitsu going. Which, by the way, Cerrone's not a punk on the feet or on the ground. He's beaten a few guys off his back. So I'm picking RDA if he's still in the juice. Yeah, maybe, man. I think I hope Cerrone's gonna pick. You know what? Jackson Winklejohn, that's basically who Cerrone trains with. I think they're gonna have a good game plan for him to try and avoid any heavy exchanges with RDA at first. How do you think Nate Diaz will do? He's been out a while. Exactly, he's been out a while. So I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not very confident in my boy Nate. I'm a huge fan of Nate. Oh, you fucking cunt! Don't fucking. All right, whatever. I'm picking Nate, dude. I'm picking Nate out of just the fact that I'm a huge Diaz Brothers fan. So, I like Michael Johnson though. Michael Johnson's gotten screwed a couple times. I think he should be. I think Nate is back. I hope so. We'll find out this fight, man. This is a really rough fight to take as your first fight back. And so I don't know. I'm picking Nate as the fact that I like Nate a lot, and Nick, and basically anybody that trains with the Diaz Brothers. I'm just a fan, but I won't be surprised if Michael beats him. I'm not a huge fan of either, but Johnson doesn't have a killer instinct, but I'm going Johnson, and that's exactly why I think Nate has a shot. Michael Johnson don't got no killer instinct, and Nate Diaz will overwhelm you with offense. So it's I want to say the odds lean towards Nate, but the rust or whatever, the time away and all that is real. I think that'll do something, but. Interested to see who's in his corner because it can't be Nate. Nick can't be in his corner since being suspended. Although it's in Orlando, right? So, not Orlando. Yeah, Orlando, right? I don't know. It's not in Vegas as far as I know. So I think it'll be interesting to see if he gets in there. Love Nate's jiu-jitsu game, watching him transition and shit, good stuff. Yeah, Nate's one of those guys that I wish would get into like EBI or something. That'd be fun. Orlando, okay. If it's in Orlando, I wonder if the Orlando commission will be like, you're suspended in Vegas. Just come hang. That'd be interesting. But usually commissions follow what the Nevada State Athletic Commission does. Which, by the way, Pat Lumbaugh at all 3 events this weekend pissed me the fuck off. I think the UFC should be like, nah, bitch. Send one of the other idiots, but not you. That annoyed the fuck out of me. She's all sitting there watching like she knows what she's fucking looking at. Stupid. She pisses me the fuck off. You gotta let that bitch be in charge of someone's welfare and shit. Get out of here, or livelihood. How good would it be if Cowboy wins and McGregor goes after that belt? They've had words. I'll tell you what, Cerrone to tell his girl, whoever that is, to get her red panties on because he's getting paid. Win or lose, he's getting paid. But that's going to be a good fight. McGregor, Cerrone, I think it'll be a good fight. Again, Cerrone's got kicks. And Cerrone is Cerrone's one of those guys that I think will be wary of that left hand. Saturday's card is smaller than Dillashaw Cruz card. And that's on Sunday night. Yeah, the fight will sell a lot. Yeah, that Cerrone RDA card is definitely smaller. I'm pumped for Dillashaw Cruz. I'm a huge Cowboy fan, but I'd be worried. No, I'd be worried too. If I was Cowboy, I'd be very wary. Greg Jackson and Winklejohn should definitely be working a game plan to stay away from the left hand and attack McGregor's legs with kicks. And definitely try not to get into exchange, a quick exchange like the one Aldo did, and give McGregor any kind of confidence. But man, what a weekend! Jeez. And then EBI last night. If you didn't check it, I'm hoping and I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that someone put it on YouTube so I can share it, 'cause especially Andy didn't get to watch it, and I definitely want to. Look, you got to watch EBI. All right, EBI was the shit. I'm gonna see if I can find it on YouTube. Hopefully, someone loaded it. At the same time, you gotta support jiu-jitsu, right? I paid my It was like $23, something like that, $24, to buy the pay-per-view. So I'm a huge fan of jiu-jitsu. I'm a huge fan of martial arts. Yeah, you have to watch it, Andy. I'm gonna try to find it on YouTube for you, but I think if it's not up in the next couple of days, it's gonna be a while before it's up. But Eddie Bravo's a cool dude. After a month, he puts them up for free. Like 1 through 4 available on his channel for free. So definitely I support jiu-jitsu 100%. Right now I'm trying to find a way to make more money so I could pay the ridiculous amount of that it costs to train at the jiu-jitsu spots around here. The cheapest I've found is $70, and it's still like a 20-minute drive from where I'm at. And with all I got going on at the same time, it's hard to make that. The one place that's like 5 minutes away, it's like $100 a month, and I have to do a contract. Dude, that guy you did that podcast with said Hall was trash, needs to open his eyes. Hall was trash. Are you talking about Jesse or Nick? Like the Mexican dude or the black-looking Mexican dude? Or are you talking about Keyboard Warriors? Okay, Nick. Okay, Nick's not black. Nick's Mexican. He just looks black as fuck, so we mess with him about it all the time. I think Jesse calls him Blaxican. We just fuck around. It's for fun. Yeah, Nick's young. Nick's very young. He's a kickboxer, or he was a kickboxer. He trained kickboxing. He fought kickboxing and all that. So, he's a very action-oriented, guy that doesn't really. He understands jiu-jitsu. He just doesn't find stuff like what Hall was doing. Very fun. So, I loved it. I love seeing Hall do all that. And so, taking the back the way he did and holding on like that. Like, look, it was on level up to get him off his back. What the hell? To get him off his back. And Artem himself, dude, he wasn't really doing much either. He didn't look prepared at all. I almost looked at the moment took him over. Hall's river guard was beautiful. It was good. Dude, that was such good jiu-jitsu right there. I hope he goes. I think he's training at TriStar. I hope they develop his striking to at least be serviceable enough to survive, to get the fight to the ground and get his jiu-jitsu going. Another guy I would love to see in EBI, and even Metamorph changed the rules. By the way, we didn't see much Metamorph this year, did we? Now that I think about it, we didn't see very much Metamorph at all. That's to me. Okay, you fuckers my friends are way too early. They're texting me like a motherfucker. They're not even watching this. Yeah, Metamorph. We didn't see much Metamorph this year. We saw like 2 or 3 EBI events. So yeah, Nick being a young kickboxer says it all. He's a young guy, man. But I'll tell you what, Mr. Nick Pilecki, I know him. I talk to we probably talk more off air than we do on air, even like before and after the shows. He's a hardworking kid. He's a smart kid. He'll learn. He'll get there. He'll learn. As he gets older, he'll realize the error of his ways. And he likes jiu-jitsu. He likes watching it. So, he just, for some reason, he thought, the whole thing was boring. Now, you want a boring fight? How about 2 giant motherfuckers call themselves heavyweights and call themselves fighters that don't even... yeah, it was fun. It was a weird comment, but still, you want boring 2 heavyweights that won't attack each other, won't fight each other. They just kind of bounce back and forth, and bore the shit out of everybody. That was an awful fight. Jeez. Does Ryan Hall go back to SBG? You know what? I think Ryan Hall's going to train everywhere. He's going to be one of those guys. He'll go back to SBG and train a little bit. He'll continue going to TriStar. I think he's got his own gym. I think, does he train at 540 or 50 something? I don't remember. But But he's gonna be a guy that goes around. I don't think he's gonna have like one base. I think that might be the new thing, man. Damian beating 50-50 Jim. Thank you, 50-50 Jim. Damian beating Gunner was nice. Damian beating Gunner was beast. Damian beating Gunner was Damian looking at Gunner and be like, oh, you think your jiu-jitsu good, huh? Okay, here's some real jiu-jitsu for your ass. And man, putting him in spots where Gunner looked confused, getting him in that body lock for some reason Gunner couldn't figure out. I think I said on the shows on the post-fight show yesterday, exposed the fuck out of Gunner, and everyone thought Gunner had the better stand-up. Well, Gunner didn't even try. You know what I mean? And Damian's stand-up is serviceable. It works. It's good enough. But you know, Gunner was a bit cocky to in my opinion, cocky to let that fight go to the ground. He should have stayed on the feet, you know, and kept his distance and tried not to get taken down. But my jiu-jitsu was fucking sublime, dude. It was insane. And I've always loved Maya when it comes to jiu-jitsu game, but that was another level, man. He made Gunner look like a fucking, you know, a blue belt, or even, you know, he made it look like a blue belt that's overhyped as it is. It was just like, damn. Like, I watched the fights with a bunch of guys that train jiu-jitsu, myself included, and we have at least one black belt that I hang out. Yeah, I think my friend Joe's a black belt. And we were laughing at the positions Gunner was getting put in, because Gunner had been, you know, everyone was like, oh, Gunner's jiu-jitsu, you know, and his striking is going to be the edge. We were laughing that Gunner looked confused in the spots he was getting put in, eating elbows and eating short shots and all that. On the ground, it was, part of it was the whole connection to Connor and everything, but, you know, Gunner's a legit black belt. He was so outclassed, yeah, he ran it to a higher level, crazier black belt. And mind you, Gunner's jiu-jitsu is legit. You know, don't get it twisted. That dude will beat anybody else, but that would be insane. Ryan Hall versus Maya. Ryan Hall's a 55. I think he's going down to 45, isn't he? Pretty sure he's going down to 45. He's going down. There's no way they're gonna fight. But Ryan Hall versus Maya in like an absolute tournament. Hell yeah. Maya would kill Hall. Yeah, I like Hall a lot, but Maya would kill Hall. I would like to see Ryan Hall against like Jeff Glover. That would be legit, in my opinion. Jeff Glover, the inventor of the donkey guard, which is hilarious. Would be sick though. Yeah, I'd like to see him roll. So you know what? Some of the best, you know, I guess not even fights, but like sparring sessions and rolling sessions and shit. I'm gonna turn off my truck. People are getting fucking weird out here. But some of the best rolling sessions and sparring sessions and shit I've seen were in the gym. You know what I mean? Some of the best fights are almost always in the gym. But watching my friends roll and stuff is always a lot of fun. Donkey guard versus rubber guard would be like Kama Sutra. It's weird. People get weirded out by the donkey guard. In fact, who tried it this weekend? Procops in EBI. It was Domingos against the lightweight champ, 10th Planet guy. And 10th Planet dude, I only say 10th Planet guy because I can't say his name. I don't fucking remember it. Not that I remember it, I just don't remember how to say it. Procos or Crocopes, something like that. Anyway, Procops, something like that. And the 10th Planet guy tried the donkey guard, and because they started fucking with each other. All right, during this match, they started fucking with each other like it was gamesmanship. Domingos was trying to get his hands all weird. The 10th Planet dude got a little annoyed, started doing like weird shit like this, like fucking with him. The crowd started laughing, and he tried the donkey guard, and the Domingos just kind of tripped him and knocked him down. It was fun as shit. And then the Domingos ended up getting him in overtime. Javi was awesome. Unfortunately, Javi also ran into Gary Tonin. And as I was telling Andy on Twitter last night, I was like, I think Javi gets him. And no, he didn't. You know what I mean? After that, I didn't even bet against. I wasn't doubting Tonin. I thought in the finals it was Tonin against Domingos, and it was legit. It was legit for about a minute, and then literally a minute. And then Tonin took over, just dominated this cat. So, Gary Tonin wasn't even supposed to be in this tournament. It was supposed to be Eddie Cummings, and Cummings, from what I've heard, someone told me on Twitter, he tore something in his knee or something. He got hurt and had to withdraw. And Tonin, as the beast that he is, comes in. So that's his third belt. That's his third belt in EBI, man. So Gary Tonin is legit as fuck, and we've known that, but now he's just getting beastly. That dude is so good. Like, he might be one of those guys you want to avoid, like in the tournament. You know what I mean? He's gonna be one of those guys that people look at the bracket and be like, please don't let me be right there. Please don't let me be right there. You know, if I have to face him, let him be in the finals. I don't want to face him early. He'll kill you. And so, but EBI always brings out guys that surprise you. They had this Australian guy that killed it, Giles. My boy so butthurt Weidman lost. He didn't believe me when I said Rocco would beat him. Yeah, a lot of people were butthurt about it. But they can't say much about it. I mean, you can't say shit. Rocco went in there sick. Or, you know, weak and everything because of the whole foot thing. And still won. And still finished in TKO. I mean, what would happen if he wasn't? Tonin versus Lister. Oh, geez. You mean Lister's going to sit on him? Because Tonin's not going to be... Unless Tonin gets that footlock immediately. Even then, Lister's a footlock guy. No way. But I wouldn't mind seeing them roll. I'll tell you that right now. Seeing them roll in practice would be fucking awesome. So... I predicted a TKO in the third and should have got it. I did too. I called the third as well. I called TKO third, and I thought it was gonna get stopped, and it didn't. Weidman got put through some unnecessary punishment. I think was it Herb Dean? I think Herb Dean was in that fight, and I think Herb Dean was trying to give him a chance to get out. It should have been stopped. Weidman took a little too much punishment. People saying Herb Dean's been off his game lately. It happens, man. It happens. Sometimes you're just not at the top, at your top game, like you always are. You know, McCarthy's had a couple. Big John's had a couple, you know, shitty ones. That was 45 seconds of Vanessa to the face. Yeah, man. The cut on Weidman's face was gross. It was fucked up. But you know, Big John's had a couple mistakes. Mazzagatti ruined his own career. I haven't seen him in forever. Actually, I know he's still reffing probably, but I haven't seen him like do big fights in a long time. What else? All right, it's Monday, fellas. It's time to get started. You know what I mean? I know I told you guys it was last weekend, I think, or last week at some point, maybe the week before, that I'm working on trying to get in sports radio here in the Valley. I've already been, you know, talking to people, sending emails, making phone calls, annoying the fuck out of people, trying to get a spot, trying to get an opportunity, foot in the door. Just thought I would update you guys on that. I have I don't want to say appointment. I'm hanging out with a buddy of mine that has a studio. He's a producer, He's following his dream, and I can't hate on him. So, but he picked some of the worst rappers to produce. I'll tell you that. I always tell him, like, dude, no, not that guy. But you know, he's trying. I'm gonna go over to his place sometime this week, and you're right. It's so hard getting fighter interviews with these managers. Yeah, managers are assholes, man. For the most part, there's only a few that are awesome, that are good people. But I'm trying to get. I got some time over to do an air check with him sometime this week. I just gotta make sure. I just gotta confirm that time. So I'm getting after it, fellas. I'm getting after it. I have several commit to an interview and all of a sudden cancel last minute. That happens to me all the time. All the time. It happened to me all the time. So I took a break, and I'm still, I haven't tried to get any interviews in a long time now, because that's part of it. The other part is life got crazy. Now that January is going to slow down for me as far as work and life goes, I'm going to try and get some more. But John Wayne Paul will accept any interviews. Try him. We will. We definitely will. I definitely will try him. Like I said, as soon as the schedule calms down, I'm going to try. I'll try to get John Wayne Parr. I'm going to try, what was it? Because Anthony Burchick, I got him early on, man, and he was cool. I hit him up on Twitter, and his chick is, I want to say his wife, but it's probably his fiance now. His fiance right now. I don't think they're married yet. But whatever, his lady is his manager, and she was actually kind of cool about it, so it was all right. That was an interview I did long ago. And I interviewed Megan Goodwin, who's an Invicta fighter that hasn't fought in a while. And she was actually cool. We got kind of flirty on the call, on the interview, and it was kind of funny after a while, but all good. And who else have I interviewed? I interviewed a couple of people. This amateur fighter, Florina. Here's the thing. A lot of people think that interviewing, unless you're interviewing a professional, like a UFC fighter or whatever, unless you're doing that, anybody else is a waste of time. I don't think so. I think giving amateur fighters a voice out there, especially ones that have the potential to get and be professional, giving them a voice and getting them used to talking to the media and getting them ready, I think is essential to their development. So I almost feel like I'm helping them out, So, and plus, it's not like we're getting fucking paid, man. I wasn't getting paid for doing any interviews I did. So at the end of the day, I honestly consider interviews that I did conversations. That's all it is. Conversations about what they're doing and everything, and having fun with it. So if anything, I'm just hanging out, talking. That's it. Having some fun. F Josh Berkman, that dude stood me up. Josh Berkman, man. Man, Josh Berkman's a weird character. I'll tell you that much. He's a weird character. I never interviewed him. I think I talked to him a little bit. On at one of the World Series of Fighting shows. But yeah, I did actually. But yeah, you know who else is weird? And I didn't interview him, but I talked to him, in person at World Series of Fighting, an event. Ryan Jimmo. He's way too confident for what he did in the cage. I'll tell you that much. Way too cocky for what he didn't accomplish. I was like, a guy asked him. He does the thing. Has Aaron told you about his Overeem interview? Aaron hit me. He's like, okay, so that kind of goes into how I met Aaron. Aaron started writing for this place called Last Word on Sports, and he found me on Twitter, and we started shooting shit back and forth. Sam Alvey was a cool interview. The dude is funny, down to earth, funny. Oh yeah, for sure. I like Sam Alvey a lot. He's a shit. Actually, Aaron interviewed him too, and he was good on Stand and Bang. Aaron's podcast with Mr. Kirby. But Aaron hit me up early, and then he told me, I remember one time he told me, dude, I got Overeem in an interview, and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, good luck, dude, do your thing. And I gave him a couple questions that he could ask or whatever. And then he hit me up like 3 days later. He's like, dude, it fucking sucked. Overeem didn't answer shit. I couldn't talk about anything. Like, he wouldn't talk about his camp, wouldn't talk about what he's doing, wouldn't talk about his training, wouldn't talk about anything at all. And I'm like, fuck. So that interview never even came out. And that wasn't even on an audio interview. That was written. But, yeah, that Overeem interview for Aaron was a disaster. And it's not even his fault, which, what are you going to do? Matt Brown was awesome. Matt Brown on their show was great, dude. He was that was great. It was a good fucking interview. They got Damian Maya on there one time, and Aaron and Fred and Nick were on Keyboard Warriors the night after it came out, or after it got posted up. And at the end of the shows, when before Fred and Aaron took their hiatus from Stand and Bang, I would always ask them, like, hey, tell the people about your show. Just try to get people listening to it, right? Because they do really good work. They really do. It's good work. It's good show. And Aaron goes, yeah, this week we talked to Damian Maya, and you just hear Nick go, oh shit, and it was like the most perfectly timed oh shit ever. Go to Cowboys YouTube page and check out his podcast with Overeem. The Cowboys. Oh, Cerrone did a podcast with Overeem? Okay. You know what, Overeem, you could just tell he's fooling himself, so. But that guy's been around for a long time, so, he's been around doing everything for a long time. So that's kind of how he is. All right, let me see what time it is before I get, oh shit, I gotta go. Like a motherfucker, too. I gotta get in here. I started the later mic. I started the Doc, okay, if you guys follow Doc Robbins as an Aaron, he's lost 30 pounds using this I don't want to call it a diet, but for lack of a better word, a diet that he's doing. It's more of a lifestyle change that he did with food. And I went from 245 pounds to 200 pounds last year. And at the I started this I started busting my ass and actually eating right instead of just working out hard. I used to just work out hard and I would lose a bunch of Jay, he's looking good, no homo. Andy says he's just chopped a leg off. That's possible. You never know. He's a little crazy. He could think of something crazy. But he's lost 30 pounds on his diet, and so I hit a wall. My goal is 185. I want to get to 185 to just keep eating healthy and keep it clean and all that, and then just put on some muscle, put on more mass, as far as just muscle wise. And just honestly, I don't want to be like a jacked motherfucker, but I want to be like, I want to have strength in every area. You know what I mean? So, just because I like having functional strength. I don't really care to be, a fucking meathead. But regardless, my goal is 185. Hopefully by the end of next year I can hit that. And so I asked Doc for the outline of his diet, whatever. And so today's day one. Today I start my training camp for a Spartan race. By the way, if you're in Cali, if you're down to do an 8 or, they always change. It's always weird, but it's like 8 to 9 mile obstacle course race. There's obstacles, there's running, there's everything. The Spartan race is January 30th in Temecula, California. My team, so far I have 4 people. So if you want to join the team, hit me up. The team name is Don't Be Scared, Homie. It's right, the Diaz brothers. Actually, I might send them a tweet see if they want to join. They won't, but I'll tweet them anyway. And I start my training camp for that today. always means eating 100% strictly, just a strict diet. Oh shit, it's raining. All right. Eating strict, thanks Andy. But eating clean and everything, and then my training ramps up big time. I have later today, well, I got to take my nephew to Taekwondo. Right after that, I have my strength training. Right after that, I have cardio. So it's going to be a nice 30 plus days of training hard for that race. And after that, I have the shorter one in Arizona, February 27th. It's a short Spartan race. After that, I have what's called a Tough Mudder, which I'm excited for because I've never done it, and it's fear-based. So all this shit that you don't want to do, like if you're afraid of heights, they got heights. You're afraid of small and close spaces, they got that shit. You're afraid of going underwater, they got that. Everything that could scare you supposedly is in that race. So I'm excited for it. And I have my team zombie on there too. It's a team that I joined with. I joined a team from the guys at my gym. So I got that. And then later on in the year, I'm going to do the Lake Tahoe Beast again. This time, I'm going to finish it in less than 8.5 hours. That one was a motherfucker. So I'm all about pushing myself and achieving shit. So before my body just blows up, or explodes or breaks down or I die or whatever. So I'm going to try on that. So anyway, fellas, thanks, Jay. All right, I'm out of here. Chasing the dream. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, I'll see you later, man. Have a good, actually for you it's afternoon, so have a good night, man. And you too, Jay, have a good one, dude. And so chasing the dream, fellas. We're one day closer to death, so make every single day count. And it's going to be it. Have a good one.